Barak, Ahaya, Alam, Ahmad, Shalom, Planet Earth. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. Let's talk about it. The famous uh, thing that happened on the carpet or interview for his movie, or the interaction that he had with the young lady that he went to school with. Now, when you look at him, what do you see? Do you see a man, a successful man, a secure man, a man that knows who he is? I don't like to judge people off one moment or one situation. I don't believe one moment or one situation defines who a person is and what a person could be or will become. But I do believe certain things show things about you. How you respond under certain situations shows what you are mentally, spiritually, emotionally, uh, and how mature you are, and what you do, and what drives you. In that moment, it shows how foolish and wicked this world is because everybody praising him for that moment. Like that was his moment to get back. And shows you just how many insecure, hurt people is still holding on to what somebody said in high school. And it's sad. At that moment, I did not see him socking it to some uh, black woman that hurt him during the past. Now he can, glamour and ghosts in the face. What I seen was a very weak man. I seen a very insecure man. I seen a man that has not healed from his past. And I seen a man that let something as little as a female or females calling him corny affect him so much that in one sense it might have drove him, but it affected him in a negative way. So I believe that's why he got a white woman. And it also shows that he has not dealt with internal pain. You can have all this money and you can still be hurting inside. You can still feel low. Then what do you have to prove? When I talk about a strong black man and a man that's secure in his skin, I'm talking about a man where what you say in my past don't bother me, what you said in my past don't bother me, and what you say now would not bother me because I know who I am. And just for the record, I got picked at. I was the dirty kid. I was the dirty, nappy head, stinking kid that made bad grades. That was me. The females didn't like me. They picked at me. Said I had black gums. Said a lot of things about me. I don't even remember some of the things they said about me. Am I mad about it? Do I hold a grudge? Do I hate my black sisters and women because of it? No, I don't. And they was right. I was dirty, I was thinking, and my gums were probably was black at the time. And that's another thing I want to address. They calling him corny. And this notion or picture that they try to paint that every successful dude is seen as corny. I forgot what video I was looking at, but this dude, he actually came up with his own definition of corny. It's like, so what people consider corny is healthy, smart, devoted, uh, all those things that you would look into you would want to be in a good, successful black man. And he say, oh, those things are corny to black women. And that's far for the truth. Maybe the truth is that he was just corny. We all know that corny dude or that real dude. That dude that may come to school with a backpack and in his backpack he got a whole bunch of Pokemon cards and you want a Pokemon fight or a Pokemon fight with you. And you like, bruh, you're a cornball, you real, get away from me. Now that don't mean that corny real dude is gonna grow up to be a movie star, a sexy movie star. He gonna grow up to be so successful. There's a lot of corny dudes that I went to school with that wasn't healthy, that didn't have what he said. He said it was healthy, focus, intelligent, all these things. And that's not true. So, they make like everybody that they call corny is growing up to be successful movie stars. And that's not true. I tell a story about a young lady. She dated what one would consider a nerd or a cornball, just goofy. He had braces, uh, made good grades, uh, had thick glasses, wear her clothes, you know, funny, if you want to say tight, funny or whatever. And he was a real geek. And one of this beautiful, beautiful. Matter of fact, you can say she was one of the beautiful girls in high school at that point. Liked him and dated him. And they got married out of high school. And this nerd, this cornball, he didn't grow up to be a successful movie star. After high school, he joined the army, became successful in the army, and started cheating on his wife. And came back and told his wife, hey, I settled for you. We was young. You was the baddest thing to me back then, but now I'm older and now women's are digging me, and I'm not in high school, the nerd type, and I'm making all this money as in the army. I don't want to be married to you no more. And he divorced her, and she had kids by him. So let's not think every nerd or so-called cornball or good kid is gonna grow up to be a nice man or a good husband, because it don't happen like that. So that's just one example of a beautiful young lady choosing a nerd, and this nerd, when he finally got on his feet, did her wrong still. So let's not make like these nerds, if you get a nerd or you get one of these cornballs and you get a good guy or a good person. And let's not make like that if that every successful person was a cornball or a geek or a nerd growing up. And let's not make like that people are not corny. And it's not their fault. You know, you can grow out of stuff. I grew out of being the little stinking dirty kid. So of course you go through phases in your life and you grow out of it. But when you allow for them things to damage you so bad that years afterward, even as you successful, you find it you have to make a point to throw it back in their face, and you think you doing something, but really that make you look sad. Michael B. Jordan. And it make all the people that vouch for you or clapping their hand, it made them look sad because it shows a lot of them has not got over somebody picking at them in high school or some female breaking their heart. You know, the scripture says, I'm a righteous man. I try to live by the scriptures. And the scripture says, do not hold grudges towards your people. And it says, do not seek revenge. Now, a lot of times we think of vengeance as just, I'm going to kill this person. But a lot of times revenging is whenever you motivated to prove somebody wrong, to get somebody back, then you trying to take vengeance in your own hands. And you bring that success moment, so you can tell that person, aha, I made it. But all alone, you the one that's feel empty. All alone, you not happy with yourself. You still insecure. That's what it shows. It shows insecurity. It shows that he's not strong. He don't have no strong emotion to be criticized and to take it on the chin and to say, that don't make me or break me. I'm still gonna be me. I'm not gonna hold grudges. I'm not gonna try to get you back. My success is based on me wanting to be successful, not to prove nobody else wrong. And you know what's sad? He probably had that on his chest all those years. He waited that moment to say, look at me now. And I can imagine it wasn't fulfilling like he thought it was. Why that young lady, probably ain't giving him two thoughts. You know, they making like, oh, he's Michael J. B. now. He's making movies. You know, all the people that picked at him is feeling some type of way. Nah, people not that bothered about you being successful, bro. Matter of fact, people are happy that you're successful. They're happy that little cornball, that little geeky dude made it. But it hurts and it's sad that when you still holding on to that little boy inside, you still holding on to the hurts that little boy experienced. And yeah, that's why I believe one of the reasons why he's dating a Caucasian woman. And that's not to blame black women because every black woman did not go to his high school or picked at him. So you can't say black women did this to him. You can say a weak man that wasn't able to deal with criticism being picked at after all these years still let that bother him to the fact it affect who he's dating and probably affected everything about him. But the fact that everybody in the world seen that and was glorifying him for it and made like this is a good thing and try to bring down our sisters and try to make like, this is why black men's date outside their race or this is why black men's it's like they pull it for any and everything. Like everything they can think of, every little thing they can say to try to make an excuse of why they hate their own women and date outside of their women. While Negroes are doing that, you got black sisters that love our brothers, that never turn their back on our brothers. No matter how the brothers are dealing with Asians and trying to go overseas and deal with other strange women, our sisters are bothered by that, but they not getting up dating outside their race. Of course, any woman gonna say, "What about me? Well, I'm done. I've been a good person in my life. I have not done nothing to nobody." There's women that the only hurt they experienced was from black men, but they not going around saying all black men are no good and they'll never date a black man. Because I tell them to keep that same energy. This how you say black women are picking thugs and gangsters, and that's why they getting hurt because they not picking the right dudes. Well, vice versa. Maybe why you getting hurt, black man, is because you going after the hoe and the no good women, and it's your fault that you can't find a good black woman because you just not picking a good black woman. But I just had to address this and speak on it because a lot of people are praising him in this moment. And I think it's sad. It shows what type of world we living in, that people would praise a moment like this. And it shows that, you know, in that moment, that he was real petty and weak and insecure. And that, if anything, the young females got the upper hand because after all that years, he was still bothered by that. After making movies, after making millions, after finding a wife outside his race, he still was bothering her and was trying to find a way to deal with that hurt. To say, look at me now. Yeah, you would call me corny back then, but look at me now. Mm, you might still be corny, my dude. And that's just the way it is. Uh, but that don't mean corny. Don't mean you're not a righteous or a good man. And corny don't mean you're a bad man. So what I'm saying, just because somebody corny don't mean they'll make a good husband, and it don't mean they'll make a bad husband. So a lot of dudes I hear them talking about females, and I try to talk to certain females, and they won't give me a time of day. You know, I don't know if I'm just, maybe I just got an old soul, or the people that I was raised around was a different breed. Never will I cry about a black woman turning me down and not giving me a time of day. Other races of women, they'll talk to me, but I try to talk to black women, they won't give me a time of day. You know what my uncles and cousins and homeboys and OGs will tell me? Even my mama will tell me, step your game up. Step your game up, younger. The best, you ain't gotta try to act fly. You ain't gotta lie. The best game is telling the truth. When I found that out, look, I ain't even trying to be a player no more. Let's just say it like that. But these dudes are actually crying because they saying women's are not interested in them, or they'll make the statement black women are not interested in them. And it's like, what step your game up, man? You know, talk to her. Let her know that you're a good man and you trying to be a good man in her life. You know, you ain't gotta stalk nobody, but sometimes you just gotta be persistent. If you really like a female and if she really want a righteous good man, there's no way a young single black woman that want a good man is gonna turn down a young black good man when she got an opportunity to have one. You know, a lot of times they deal with poo-poos and ray-rays, and they see the good in them. So you think she not gonna see the good in you? But nah, bro. You know what? It's just they don't like what they don't like they don't like geeks. They don't like nerds. Well, make her like a geek. Make her like a nerd. You know, I was considered a thug, and I met this quote unquote good girl, or I'm not gonna say good girl, just met this female that don't date thugs. She don't like street dudes. She despise them. They give black man's bad names. She was all about getting nerves. She loved book smart people and people that read. And I made her like what she thought she didn't like. And yeah, I played the game. Okay, you like for somebody to read? I can read. Or you like for somebody to put on glasses and wear their pants jacked up? Well, I can do that, short. The first time, all you gotta do is make her laugh. And she see that you really trying, that you really interested in her. And it's sad that I gotta, get grown man game. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you don't know how to get with a sister. You know, even those that be a little spicy. All they looking for is a man that can handle them. You ain't gotta fuss and fight with her all the time. All she looking for a man to be able to say, hey, don't talk to me like that. She'll straighten up real quick. Oh, he's not one of them. I mean, he's not. But as soon as a female get loud with you or get ratchet, you bow your head and walk away and say, see, that's why I don't deal with black females. You weak. And you ain't got, it shows that, you know, it just shows weakness and insecurity. I'm like, even if you don't like me, even if you don't holler at me, you're going to respect me as a man. And by the most high, I'm going to respect you as a woman. But, yeah, just what he done, I don't see as nothing to be praised. Uh, I don't think it was his get back moment. You know, I think it was a sad moment for him. And if you ask him, I don't think he don't the hype that he thought he was gonna feel. He didn't feel it. As a matter of fact, he probably felt even low that he showed that he still was letting that bother him. So I hope black men that you get over your past hurts. Yes, there's nothing like being hurt by a black woman because there's nothing that can hurt you more than something that you love. When something that you love hurts you, it hurts you bad. I'd have been hurt by a black woman more than once, but I can never, ever, ever turn my back on a black woman and talk down on my black sisters and be no more, treat her no lesser than a queen because As many as black women that hurt me, there was black women that loved me. And when this white society kicked me around and kicked me out and seen no value in me, a black woman did and took a chance on me. A black woman loved me when I didn't feel like I needed or could be loved. And tell you the truth, when I shouldn't have been loved. When I was hurting a black woman was still loving on me. So how can I ever disrespect my black women or date outside or be with anything other than a Hebrew black woman? No woman ain't gonna understand me, be able to put up with me. And I'm trying to have kids that, when I was young, I was athletic and fast. But I look like having kids by some white or Chinese woman that got two left foots. Then wonder why my child can't play ball like I play ball. I can't run like I run. I want a full-blooded Negro child. Just like I was a full-blooded Negro child. And I love every bit of it. At first I was ashamed of being black. First I didn't like being black. Of course I wanted to be another race. I wanted blue eyes. But I grew up out of that. And I realized that there's nothing more better than the race that I come from. And I'm thankful that the Most High chose me to be a Negro man. And I say that for any Caucasian man, be thankful that you Caucasian. Mexican man, be thankful you a Mexican. Chinese man, be thankful you Chinese. So, because I'm so grateful and thankful and proud to be a Negro. And I'm proud of my Negro women. I'm proud of the struggles that we went through together and separate. And we can only make each other stronger and better. United we stand, divided we fall. You know. So all y'all young black men that's hurting on the hurt, maybe a young black woman hurt you, maybe your mama hurt you, whatever. Learn to forgive that black woman, because there's a lot of black men that hurt a lot of black women, and they forgave. And what they're gonna do is gonna help yourself, because a lot of this hate that I see towards our black women from black men is unhealthy. You can tell these men are miserable. They want to be able to love the black woman, but they can't because of their past hurt. They want to be able to, but they can't. So with frustration and anger, the only thing they try to do is lash out at the black woman, tear her down. When really, you got to deal with yourself, black man. You got to deal with that insecurity. You got to deal with being hurt. You got to stop hating your own people and holding grudges and trying to get revenge. Till next time, Shalom.